From stories across the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. A very good evening to you. I'm Nitya Dilivera.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Vinipularachi, and now let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news.
The President reiterates that the village as well as the village life should become beautiful. Many solutions have been provided to the problems of the people in Mimure. Cooperative societies begin paddy purchasing in the Maha season. Plans are underway to conduct Made in Sri Lanka trade exhibitions in an island-wide basis. 25 centers for the development of youth skills.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with local stories. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa reiterates that the village is beautiful. Similarly, the village life should be also beautiful. He also made these remarks at the observations participating in the 10th program of the Gamma Samaga Pilisandura held in the Mimure village today. The event has taken place at the Mimure Primary School grounds. The Mimure village is located 40 kilometers away from the Hunasgiriya on the Kandy-Hunasgiriya road and at a distance of 35 kilometers from the border of the Badulla and Matale districts. According to folklore, Mimure had also been one of the abodes of King Ravana. Some believes that Mimure refers to the Mahapratibha village of the times of King Maharavana. Mimure is also considered as the heart of Knuckles Protectorate, which is a World Heritage Site. Gramanidhari divisions of Karambakatiya, Kumburugolla, Pusalla, Kaikavala and Mimure belongs to the Ududumpura Divisional Secretariat Division. The village population is 1,127, comprising of 378 families. The main source of livelihood is paddy farming. Some villages engaged in paper mining exports crops. There are some villages engaged in kittul industry. The villages confront several routes, educational, health, agricultural and land problems. The President has arrived at the Kaikavala Junior School prior to attending the Grama Samaga Pilisandura program in the Mimure village. The smart classroom presented to the school by the SLT Mobitel Institute was declared open on this occasion. The President has also joined the maiden journey of the bus introduced on the Mimure Ududumpura road by the Ceylon Transport Board. The villagers have warmly welcomed the President when he arrived at the Mimure village this morning.
තෙල්දිනිය වගේ ඒ දරුවෝගේ නෑදෑයෝ හිටියොත් ඒ තැන්වල තමයි ළමයි නතර කරන්නේ. ළමයි කැමති ඉස්කෝලේකට යා ගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. මේ හරිය එකක් නෑ. මේ හරිය බැරිද මේක වගේ ඒවා. මෙතන මේ දරුවෝ විභාගයට යන්න ගියත් ලොකු ගැටලුවක් මුහුණ දෙන්න දෙන ශිෂ්‍යත්ව විභාගයට මේ ළමයි කියලා తాවකාලිකව නවත්තන් පළු හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. සාමාන්‍ය පෙළට ගියත් ඒ වගේ. එතකොට වෙන ඉස්කෝලේකට ගියාම මේ ළමයි විභාගයට මුහුණ දෙන්නේ ටිකක් මේ චකිතයකින්. ගොඩක් ආකාරයෙන් මග බලාගෙන හිටිය ජනාධිපති. ඇයි අපිට ගොඩක් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා ජනාධිපතිවරි. මොනවද? අපි ස්කෝලේට යන ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්න තමයි ජනාධිපතිතුමනි අපිට ගුරුවරු හිටියක් තියෙනවා. ගුරුවරු කියන්නේ සංගීතයනේ. සෞන්දර්ය විෂයන් වලට නෑ, ඒ වගේම ක්‍රීඩා වලට නෑ. අපි ආසයි ක්‍රීඩා ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒ ක්‍රීඩා පුහුණුකාන්න ගුරුවරු කවදාවත් අපි ස්කෝලේට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ පන්ති කාමර කීයක් තියෙනවද? පන්ති කාමරට දැනට පන්ති කාමර 11ක් තිබී යුතුයි. නමුත් දැන් මම පන්ති කාමර 3ක් පවත්වන්නේ එකක් කාලේ එකක් ලැබ් එක ඇතුලේ. තව එකේ පන්ති බාරගෙන මට ඒ පන්ති දාන්න තැනකුත් නෑ. හදන්න ඉඩකඩ තියෙනවා. වෙන් කර ගන්නත් උන නව ගොඩ නැගිල්ලකුත් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මම මේ ගමට අල්ලපු ගමේ ඉන්නවා. අලි 4 දිනක් වෙනවා වල්ලාලි අපේ ගමේ. අලියට ක්‍රියාත්මකයි. අලිය ඇතුළට දාලා තමයි වැට ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. දැන් අලිය ගම ඇතුලේ ඉන්නේ. ඉදිරියට ක්‍රියාත්මකයි. අලි ඒවට දියන්නේ නැහැ. මම ඒක එවන්නම්.
Thereafter, the President had visited the Memure Primary School. He said on this occasion that his aim is to arrive in remote villages to identify the problems of the villages and to take remedial measures. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that those living in the villages are aware of their problems. Those who look at the problems from the outside fail to grasp them in the correct perspective. Some thought that they were going to Memure to destroy the environment. The President has reiterated that they will never destroy this beautiful and ancient village. The villagers love their environment. The people identify the problems of remote villages through the Gama Samaga Pilisandara program. The President added that the beautifying of villages is not enough. The lives of the villages should also become beautiful. Commenting on the infrastructure facilities, the President said that the road has already been built. It was being carpeted shortly. The President further said that educational facilities are available at the Kaikawala school only from grade 1 to grade 11. He has promised to provide advanced level classes to the school.
ඉතින් මේවා වටහා ගන්න ඕනේ. මේවා දාක කළා. ඉතින් අද මේ මාධ්‍ය ජාලවල වැරදි මත බොහෝ ගෙනියනවා. නමුත් අපි දුප්පත් ගමකට සමසෙනුරාදාම ගිහිල්ලා එයාගේ අදහස් ගම සමග පිළිසඳරක් කියන්නේ තමන්ගේ අදහස් සුත් හුවමාරු කරගන්න. ඒක තමයි අවශ්‍යතාවය. මම ලොහාන් රත්වත්තේ රාජ්‍ය අමාත්‍යතුමාට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. මම එනකොටම එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් විසඳපු එක මේ පාර සහ බස් රථය. පාර දැනට හදලා තියෙනවා. මං හිතන්නේ ඒක තවත් කාපට් දාලා දෙපැත්ත හරි ගස්සන්නට අපේ ප්‍රේමසිරි ලේකම්තුමා ඉන්නවා. ඉතුරු ටිකත් හදනව නේද?
එතකොට තිබිච්ච තත්ත්වේ ගොඩාක්ම අබලන්ස. මේක පැය 2:00ක් 2:45ක් විතර ගියා අතන ඉඳලා එන්න. දැන් පැය 1:00කට වගේ කාලෙකදී එන්න පුළුවන්.
The villagers have expressed their grievances to the President. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has handed over the laptop computer and the high-speed internet facilities and the television sets provided by the Dialogue Institute to the principal of the Memure Primary School. Ministers Mahindananda Alutgamage and Keheli Rambukwella, State Ministers Dilu Mamunugama, Lohan Ratwatte, Anuradha Jayaratne, Parliamentarians Wasantayapa Bandara, Gunatilaka Rajapaksha, Uday Chaminda Kirintigoda, Governor Lalit Yugamage, Chief Presidential Advisor Lalit Viratunga, former Minister of the Central Province Sarath Tekanayaka, Ministry Secretaries, Head of State Institutions and Security Divisions and other people representatives have also participated in the Gama Samaga Pilisandara program.
Now, in the meantime, the cooperative societies have commenced paddy purchasing in the Maha season today. The government has provided a sum of 2.2 billion rupees to the cooperative societies to purchase a paddy harvest of 300,000 metric tons. 382 storages of the Department of the Cooperatives located island-wide are scheduled to buy 45,000 metric tons of paddy. The Sathosa will also engage in the paddy purchasing program. A sum of 1.9 billion rupees has been provided to the North Central Province and a further 140 million rupees to the Northern Province under the paddy purchasing program. The amount allocated to the Eastern Province is 200 million rupees. 70 million rupees have been allocated for the Central Province and 94 million rupees each to the Southern, Northwestern and Sabaragamuwa provinces. Cheques have been provided to the cooperative societies in the north for the purchase of paddy from farmers at the government's guaranteed prices. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena has presided over the ceremony held at the Vavuniya District Secretariat. Accordingly, paddy is being purchased in the Maha season in the Vavuniya, Mana, Mullaitivu, Kilinochchi and Jaffna districts through government intervention. State Minister Lasantha Aligiyavanna and others were present at the occasion. Paddy purchasing in the Anuradhapura district commenced at the North Central Provincial Council Auditorium today. Minister S.M. Chandrasena, State Minister Lasantha Aligiyavanna and state officials participated in the event presided by Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena also presided over the presentation of cheques for the purchasing of paddy in the Kurunegala district at the Assembly Hall of the North Western Cooperative Rural Bank Society Limited. A sum of 163 million rupees was provided to 7 cooperative societies in the Northwestern Province. State Minister Lasantha Aligiyavanna also attended the event.
Reconstruction of the historic Bellanville Bodhi has commenced today. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has presided over the event. Initially, the placing of sacred objects and laying foundation stone have taken place. The Bellanvilla Bodhi is considered as one of the Detispala spirits of the Sri Mahabodhi. Chief incumbent of the Bellanvilla Rajamahawihare, Venerable Dr. Bellanvilla Dhammaratana Thera, said on this occasion that it was fortunate to be able to commence this ceremony through the hands of the leader who has ended the war and ushered peace in the country. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that during the times of examinations, students come to the Bellanvilla Vihare to receive blessings. The people have a very close relationship with the temple. The Prime Minister has also extended his respects to the Mahanayaka Thera of the temple on his efforts to develop the Viharasthana.
විහාරස්ථානය ගොඩනගන්න සූදානම් වීම ගැන අපේ ගෞරවය මේ අවස්ථාවේදී අපි පුද කරනවා වහන්සේට.
The Mahasangha, headed by the Anunayaka of the Kotte Sri Kalyani Samagri Dharma Mahasangha Sabha, Venerable Professor Kotapiti Rahula Thera, Chief Incumbent of Abhayarama, Venerable Muruttetwe Ananda Thera, MPs, ministers and government officials have also attended the inauguration ceremony. The government has decided to provide a lifelong monthly allowance to employees of less than 10 years service period in Palom textile institutions, which had been privatized 40 years ago. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has symbolically handed over checks to several employees at the temple trees yesterday. Accordingly, 3,332 employees are entitled to receive monthly payments. The power looms has been privatized during the period 1980 to 1982. The monthly allowance is being provided according to a cabinet decision taken on the 15th of July 2020. The Treasury has provided a sum of 95 billion rupees to the Department of Textile in this regard. Mr. J.M. Bizo Manike, representing the pensioners of the state service, has presented a report to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has stated on this occasion that he is pleased to provide a solution to the problem that he had encountered while functioning as the Minister of Labour.
විභාග තියලා අපි සම්මුඛ පරීක්ෂණවලට ගිහිල්ලා එහෙම ගියේ. නමුත් 1982 තිබුණ රජය අපි නිකම්ම එළියට ඇදලා දැම්මා. හරි කනගාටුයි ඒ ගැන.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that he has confronted the same issues during his tenure as the Minister of Labour. Finally, it has been decided to resolve the problem by giving a monthly allowance to the affected workers. The Prime Minister has also especially extended his thanks to the State Minister Dasri Jayasekara for taking measures to implement the program today. It has been scheduled to provide the relevant monthly allowance checks to all the employees by the 28th of this month. The State Minister Dasri Jayasekara and a group of government officials were also present.
Now, the epidemiology unit says that the AstraZeneca vaccine has so far been provided to 179,197 persons under the COVID-19 inoculation program. The AstraZeneca vaccination program commenced on the 29th of last month. 1,110 persons were vaccinated yesterday. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 has reached 67,831. It is a percentage of 91.59. Another 7.89% of patients is under treatment, which includes 5,841 patients. 10,672 have left hospitals from the beginning of the month after recovery. Another 847 persons have left hospitals after recovering from the virus today. Another 428 COVID-19 patients were detected in the island today. All of them were close associates of the Paliagoda cluster. 15,543 PCR tests have been conducted yesterday. A total of 1,898,446 PCR tests have been conducted so far. 5 more COVID-19 related deaths were reported yesterday. The victims were residents of Kotagala, Matugama, Kotahena, Colombo 8 and Colombo 12. The deceased were of the age groups of 49, 59, 63, 69 and 79. Another batch of 187 tourists from Ukraine have arrived at the Matala Rajapaksa airport yesterday. This was the 20th Ukraine tourist group arriving in the island. 149 tourists remained in the island, returned to Ukraine. A group of Kazakhstan tourists numbering 187 also arrived at the Matala Rajapaksa airport today. This was the third group arriving from Kazakhstan.
All religious observances have been conducted in connection with the 39th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation today. Staff of the SLRC headed by Chairman Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka has participated in the ceremonies. The body's religious observances were conducted at the Sri Kalyani Dharmashrame in Bautaloka Mavata, Colombo 7 under the direction of the Chief Incumbent Venerable Mirihani Nandathera. The staff including SLRC Chairman Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, Director General Ajit Naragala, Deputy Director General Administration PGR Hemanti Kumari and Deputy Director General Programs Sumedha Atulasuri were present at this occasion. Shiva Sri Nagaraja Kurukul has conducted Hindu religious observances at the Nilkanduration Kovil in Bambalapitiya. Islamic religious observances extending blessings to the national television has been conducted at the Davatagaha Mosque in Colombo. President of the Daika Sabaha Al-Haj Riyaz Sali has conducted the dua prayers. The Sri Lanka National Congress Christian Council has organized Christian religious programs at the St. Luke's Church in Borala. An all-night Pirit chanting ceremony in connection with the 39th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation will commence at the corporation premises at 9 p.m. tomorrow. And meanwhile, the Mahasangha says that the Mahasangha and the people in the country have placed confidence on the president despite whatever utterances made by certain groups. Only the valuable time available for work goes waste as a result of responding to the opinions expressed by others. What is needed is to direct the country with intelligence by treating fairly the criticism levelled against the rulers. The Mahasangha have reiterated on this fact at a meeting of the Buddhist Advisory Committee held in the President's office yesterday. The body's advisory committee has met for the 8th occasion yesterday. Opinions have also been expressed on numerous issues in the country on this occasion. The people are being tormented by the ideas of the hatred of those who have been deprived of privileges and positions. The government should not be discouraged by the baseless accusations and insults launched by disgruntled elements. The Mahasangha have also called upon the president to rule the country according to the policies in the remaining period of more than 3.5 years. The body's advisory committee has also focused special attention on these current activities of fundamentalists. They have also recalled that in the past only the desperate poor people who were under the clutches of these groups. However, today even the rich, the affluent and well-known artists as well as political leaders have become the prey of such notorious fractions. The president has also been informed that an attempt of these domineering groups to forcefully grasp into their fold of a female deputy principal, students and their parents of a popular girls' school in Kuragala. The Mahasangha have also commended the president on his role to appoint suitable persons to the diplomatic service. They have stressed that the ambassadorial service should not become a place for recreation for retired persons. The Mahasangha have also pointed out that envoys being appointed to the countries such as Myanmar and Thailand should be persons enriched with the Panchasila vision. They have also reiterated on the need to stop the practice of giving false interpretations to the character of the Lord Buddha, the Buddhist philosophy and the places of archaeological and historical importance. In order to do so, it is necessary to activate the Regulatory Act of Buddhist Books and Publications. They have also pointed out the need to activate the Tripitaka Conservation Board. The Mahasangha, representing the membership to the Buddhist Advisory Committee, State Minister Vidura Wickramanayake and President Chief Advisor Lalit Weeratungu have attended the event.
Now, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has presided over the opening ceremony of the Made in Sri Lanka Trade Exhibition today. The exhibition is being conducted at the Colombo Foundation, Mawatha, today and tomorrow. The main objective of the Made in Sri Lanka exhibition is to encourage minor and medium-scale local entrepreneurs as mentioned in the Saubhagya Dakma policy statement. The Made in Sri Lanka Trade Exhibition has been organized under a priority proposal of the Made in Sri Lanka project published jointly by the Ministry of Industries and National Entrepreneur Development Authority on the 15th of February last year on a concept of Minister Vimal Weerawansa. The exhibition is comprised of nearly 100 stalls dealing with food and beverage, handicraft items, finished garments, shoes, Ayurvedic and beauty care products. The organizers have taken measures to provide significant discounts to the buyers. Plans are underway to conduct Made in Sri Lanka exhibitions island-wide.
The government has planned to set up 25 youth hub centres in 25 districts. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that this plan of the Minister of Sports is commendable. The Prime Minister made these remarks participating in a discussion at the Temple Trees. The objective of the meeting was to look into the possibilities of deploying the cultural centres under the Ministry of Buddhasasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs and Sports and Professional Training Activities. Minister Namal Rajapaksa has proposed to the Prime Minister that the first youth hub centre could commence operations at the stalled construction premises of the Navimanas Cultural Centre in Mathura. It has also been proposed after a lengthy discussion that a building complex being constructed near the Sports University College at the Diyagama Mahinda Rajapaksa Stadium could be allocated for the SARC Cultural Centre. Minister Vidura Wickramanayake has also given his consent to the proposal. The Prime Minister further said that everything should not be restricted to Colombo but should be distributed on the rural level. State Minister Vidura Wickramanayake and Tenuka Vidanagamage and many state officials have also attended the discussion. The final rites of the acclaimed veteran actor Jalal Rohana are scheduled to be conducted at the General Cemetery, Barella, tomorrow evening. Remains of the late artist Jalal Rohana were kept at his residence in Kosin, Ganemulla until this afternoon. He has been ailing for some time and was 56 years old at the time of passing away. The body was brought to the Sudarshi Hall in Colombo this afternoon upon conducting of religious observances at his residence. The remains will be placed at the Sudarshi Hall till 4 p.m. tomorrow for the general public to pay their last respects. The funeral ceremony will commence at 4:30 p.m. on the same day. And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Do just tomorrow at the very same time. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.